Hi everybody. Let me adjust this just a little bit. It's not gonna straighten out for me, is it? Well, hi there. This is Patty Davis with Crooked Tree Creations, and I am going to make myself something for my front door. I've made all kinds of other wreaths and everything like that, and I just thought before I put everything away, I'm going to make something for myself that goes with my decor. Because what I have on my front porch, I have some, I got a lot of mums and pumpkins, but I have some blue pots. And I just thought, you know what, I want to incorporate the blue with the sunflowers and the mums and the pumpkins. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do something for myself today. So, that's the thing too. Let me show you this. I have this. It doesn't look that big right there, but from here to the tip, it's 36 inches long, okay? It's kind of big. So when I decide I'm going to when I bought this, I wasn't thinking of shipping. And it's gonna cost a lot to ship, and I'm gonna have to find some kind of, large box for it. So I just thought, you know what, instead of, trying to sell something, I would just make it, use this for myself. And, I'll go with the smaller swags to sell, just to make it a lot easier. So anyhow, well, hello there, guys. Margaret, Karen, Elaine, hello, how are you? So, let me get started. Like I said, this is huge. I'm going to go ahead and just pull these out. I did make a Christmas wreath with one of these larger swags last year. And thank goodness my cousin bought it, that I just had to drive about 45 minutes to get it to her, because I was like, how in the world am I going to mail this? So thank goodness she did that. So, and I think I have 2 more of these that I can make something with. And well, and if somebody decides that they want to pay $80 for shipping, okay. Because believe me, I did this one other time. I wasn't thinking this was about it. Well, it was this past spring. I made a wreath. It was just your typical grapevine, but I had all these roses kind of go all the way down, and it was super long, and so it didn't fit in a regular box. And so what I had to do, I took a Christmas tree box, cut it down to size, and shipped it that way. To Oregon, it cost me $91 to ship. Needless to say, I kind of lost a little bit of money on that. So, oh well, live and learn. I'll just have to, charge for the shipping from now on. So, but anyhow, because I worked with this before, I noticed, you can see on this top part here, how it has the little stems, and then the branches will come out from there. Okay, like you can see with this one here. That's harder to see. Okay, so that part's a little bare. So before I start spreading out these branches and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is take some Dollar Tree garland. This is my experiment too, just so you know. This is kind of why I'm making this for me, because I don't know if this is going to work or not. So, and I used these last year outside. So I really wouldn't want to sell this because, like I said, these, at least this is going to be used. Last year, when I decorated my front porch, what I did was I took, let me just say, Boy Scouts, I gotta hand it to you. I took logs, and I saw this on Pinterest, kind of put them up like, you know, like a fire, what do they call that? Like a little teepee, and put all these branches around it and everything. Took these, wrapped them around, took some orange lights, wrapped that around, made it look like a fire, which is really cute, and had some scarecrows sitting on hay bales with a little stick like they were roasting marshmallows. It was really cute. But I decided not to do that this time. I just can't do it. Where did you buy the pine piece? You know what? I got these online. Can I tell you where? I don't remember. I got them last year. Like I said, these are huge. So I'm not going to order from these people again, just because, I mean, 36 inches is just a little too much. I just Googled, you know, pine teardrop swag, and I wanted 36 inch, not thinking. And when I got this 36 inch, yeah, swag, I got 4 of them, and I'm like, oh shoot, you know, by the time they're all full and everything, that's going to be so much to ship. Because I mean, look how much it sticks up too. I mean, it's almost 12 inches sticking up. So, and by the time I put everything on it too, it's going to be kind of crazy, you know. So, anyhow, this is what I'm going to try to do. I want to kind of fill in down around the bottom here. Just, you know, kind of go in between all the branches and try to fill it in with this garland, just to, like I said, fill it in, because it's bare down at the bottom there. No, you're probably not going to see it, just because it's, you're going to have this fill out, but just in case, I'd like to make sure it's filled in. And it's just, you know, it's me. I'm not one of those people, it'll be fine, and then once you get it done and it's not fine, then what? So, okay. And I'm not used to experimenting live in front of everybody, so I apologize, but it's something that I just wanted to do. I haven't been on live with you guys for a while, so I thought I'd better jump on here. So, I see, Danny, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while either. So, see, that's just a little bit filled in. It'll be just enough that if you kind of see through it, it's not going to be too bare, right? Karen, yes, we are a friendly group, and I love you guys. I love all the friends that I've made in this wreathing community. It's amazing. Then you would be taking it all apart. I seem to take a lot of wreaths apart after. Yes, exactly. I don't want to finish it and then have to take it apart because it doesn't look right. So I'm going to try to make sure that this bottom part is filled in. I know whenever I did this before, I did the Christmas wreath, I actually took Christmas garland and filled this bottom part in just because I wanted to make sure that it was going to be filled in and, you know, not look so bare. I was actually a little disappointed because, you know, of course, when you look online and you see the picture online, oh, that looks beautiful. And when I got it, I'm like, oh, well, it's not quite as full as it looked online, but it'll be fine. It'll work. And I love making swags. And my favorite swag to use, I use the 24-inch from Joann Fabrics. And they don't have their Christmas stuff out yet. I'm like, what's up with that? Everybody has Christmas stuff out. Joann Fabrics does not. So, hi Shaughnessy. How you doing? I haven't seen you for, I haven't been live. And I need to get back on here, say hello to everybody, because I have not been around like I should be. So, here I am. And we'll see how this looks. See, I'm going to show you guys, like, how this is looking so far. I'm glad I put stuff in there. I'm almost thinking I should put some pine in here too. Because you can kind of still see through a lot of that. But you know what? I'm going to have tons of flowers and stuff like that that's going to fill that in. But yeah, this is kind of a big swag. So it's going to make a statement, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm going to have enough flowers that'll fill it in. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do next is a bow. And like I was saying whenever I first started here, my, oh, the color is funky. My front porch, I have mums, the yellow mums. I got some of like that deep red mum, almost like a burgundy. And I have some, blue pots. So I wanted to incorporate the blue with the yellows and the reds. So I have this that looks like denim. And I figure I'll just do a bow with that, and then I'm going to accent it with this, which I've used before too. The past, let me see, 5 years, I decorated the windows in the hair salon that my sister works in, and those windows were so much fun. They were probably about 5 inches like deep, and probably, or 5 inches, 5 feet deep, and probably 12 feet long. And so, I mean, I put pencil trees in there. I decorated the trees, and this is, some of the ribbon that I used for the pencil trees. And I did, I actually did the scarecrow thing in there too, where I just set up a little teepee. That was a lot easier there than it was, my front porch, because there was no wind. So, you must have a large front porch. Let me see, my front porch is probably, it's not huge, but it's big enough. It's gonna, I do love decorating for fall for my front porch. I don't know why. I just think it turns out so classy looking. And those, when I did the scarecrows last year, it was almost too cutesy for me, that it didn't the classiness kind of went away. So I'm like, I'm not going to do the scarecrows this year. Just going to do the mums and the pumpkins, and I just thought that'll be enough. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how big to make these loops. I want it to be noticed, but I don't want it to take over. Let me make these loops just a little bit bigger. That's a big, big bow. Okay. And I'm just making loops. You twist, make another loop. Okay. And really, because this is not going to be like a bow, it's just going to be like ribbon kind of going through this wreath. And they don't have to be exactly the same size and all that stuff. I'm not too worried about that. And again, this is for me. So, okay. So, the windows always look nice. Well, thank you, Danny. I didn't finish. I ended up taking the stuff out of the windows because my sister was thinking that she wasn't going to be working there anymore. She's actually, as far as I know, she's still looking to have her own shop. And so when she said, she thought she wasn't going to be there anymore, she says, come and get your stuff. So I took all of my decorations out of there. And, like because I decorated all the windows, she let me display my wreaths, and I sold them through her shop a lot. So it was a win-win, and it was so much fun decorating those windows. But and it was just, it's something that I don't normally do either. So I just, I really had fun with that. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't know if you can see how that I'm doing this, because I know this isn't the best angle, but I'm just kind of putting this ribbon kind of through it. I'm not necessarily making it one big bow. You can see it's just kind of got some ribbon going through it. And because it's blue against the dark green, you really can't see it that well too. But I know it's there. Okay. And from there, I'll do another bow. And I'm going to keep this, attached. And I'll go down here, make another bow. This one doesn't have to be quite as big because the pine isn't going to be sticking out quite as far. Okay, I'm screwing up. Danny is in my hometown, so she's seen those windows that I did for my sister, and that was fun. one of these days, maybe whenever she gets her other shop going, I'll be able to do that again. And that was a win-win though, because I mean, I actually sold at least half of my wreaths through her shop. So now everything is online. I mean, there's a few people that live locally that see me here and that'll buy something off of me, but most of it's online now. I have both an Etsy shop and a website that I sell on. And I have those posted on, you know, here on my Facebook page if you're ever curious of checking it out. My website is shopcrookedtreecreations.com. Because let me tell you a story about that. I finally came up with a name, the Crooked Tree Creations. Got online through, you know, my state and everything and found out, you know, okay, it's available through my state. No problem. I went ahead and did it. You know, bought the business name. The very next day I'm on Pinterest and I found someone, yeah, I found a wreath. I'm checking out wreaths on Pinterest. Found one that I really liked. Crooked Tree Creations. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And here she's like over by Columbus, Ohio somewhere. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But so far, we haven't had any problems. I don't think anybody's, you know, thought that she was me or I was her or anything like that, hopefully. I mean, it's been 6 years now. So, I'm going to do one more bow here at the very bottom. And just really small, just to kind of get this blue all the way down towards the bottom here. That's still a little too big. And I apologize that if you are commenting, I am not able to see that far away. So, do you have Pinterest? Yes, I do. Could I tell you the name on there? No. I can't remember. But I do have a Pinterest page. And I think it should be on my listed on this Facebook page here, I think. But I think I had problems with it, so I don't know if ever figured it out or not. So, if it's not on there, I'll try to work on that and figure it out again. But yes, I do have my own Pinterest page. Okay. So, you guys get an idea of what I'm trying to go for here. Okay. You can see the blue going through there, all the way down. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. And just, I may not even do as much, because I think I'm just going to do a few loops, kind of going down, and that's it. Not a whole heck of a lot. I just wondered how you handled the name thing with the other shop. Well, I will say on Etsy, I couldn't do Crooked Tree Creations. So I did Crooked Tree WV because I'm from West Virginia. and that was accepted. So I am on Etsy as Crooked Tree WV. And with the website, that's why I had to do shop Crooked Tree Creations, just because she already had her Crooked Tree Creations website. So that kind of, was a little bit of a bummer to me, but it'll be okay, right? Okay. I'm gonna put this kind of in the same spot as the other, so it's kind of mixed in with it. Now if I can find the wire, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this ribbon here, I actually used this in my Christmas tree, because it's nice and rustic, and I have a very rustic home, so I decorate it very rustic. So yeah, I use this burlap, well, regular burlap. I use this type of window pane burlap. I don't know what you call it, but kind of want to get this down through here a little bit more so it's not too overpowering. I wonder why this lighting is so bright. It's not normally this bright. But okay. It's a good thing I brought this other little piece here, kind of, because I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough or not. I know most people, when they do their bows, it's more, nice and formal and beautiful. And I mean, I can do a more formal bow, but when I do these swags, I just like to have just a little bit of interest. That's really all I'm looking for. Not anything too extravagant or anything like that. I mean, there are sometimes I like to, make the ribbon the focal point. But I don't think, I'm not doing that here, because I'm going to have plenty of flowers and everything else. That's actually not going to work. Redo. Okay. I'm just going to do one bigger bow right here, because that's going to be too small. It wasn't going to show enough. Melinda, right? I mean, I love this stuff. This window or whatever you want to call it ribbon. It's, I mean, it's rustic, but it's, you know, it's still pretty classy looking, I think. I'm just gonna do a little bit more through here. And that's the other thing too, you guys are probably laughing at me. People who actually, you know, do bows and stuff like that. You should have the wire cut first. It would make things easier. But I'm always, anytime I do cut it first, I lose it. I don't, you know, I'm like, where did I put that piece of wire? So I just figured, hold it in my hand while I cut, it'll be fine. And it works out just fine. Okay. Just kind of bring this through. Kind of see how that's going. Okay. I have a feeling this live is going to be a little bit longer than I expected. But, so now I'm going to go ahead and put some, even though I have those leaves all the way down in there, I kind of want leaves sticking out. So, just going to start, actually, ooh, darn. Something I decided I'm going to do. Because normally what I do is I use what's called E6000. That's like my go-to instead of using hot glue. Okay. Let's see if this is on. Okay, yeah, this is on. But people have said this Gorilla Glue, hot glue, does work really well. Because whenever my very first year making wreaths, I used hot glue. And of course I used the generic, cheaper stuff. And I would notice the next year, nothing was, yeah, everything was falling off. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff fell off. And I just thought, it's got to be the glue. And somebody else told me to use this E6000. And you know what, I don't actually even have any of that here. I do have a empty tube in the garbage. I'll show you. It's backwards for you, but it's called E6000. And I've been using that for the past, probably like 5 years. But somebody told me when it comes to hot glue to use Gorilla Glue, glue sticks, that it stays. So since I'm making this for myself, I decided I'm going to do this little experiment. And we'll see next year if it actually stays. So we'll see. It's my own experiment. And I'll let you know next year. But my thought is for my customers, I don't want to take that chance. Just simply because in that first year, I saw that things were coming off, and I don't want to, I don't want to do that to my customers. So in the meantime, I'm just cutting all of these stems here. These are maple leaves, nice bright orange and red and yellow. I figured that'll go with the pumpkin colors that I have on my porch. going with these. And I don't, I have all the stuff over here. I have these yellow mums. I actually have 2 bunches of these yellow mums here to go with all the mums that I have on my porch. And then I have some sunflowers. I got these sunflowers here. We'll see if I'm going to use these. And then I have these beautiful red ones that I've used in a couple swags that I had made earlier this year. Love these. I might save them to use next year because, well, they kind of went off really well. So if I'm going to be making stuff for other people, I'd rather use the more high quality for somebody else, use the lower quality stuff for me. That's just how I roll. And then I got these blue flowers. I don't know if that's going to be too much blue. I haven't decided yet. And then I have these orange and yellow berries. Plus I have some other greenery and stuff like that. I don't know yet if I'm going to use them or not. So it's just one of those things. I'm going to figure it out as I go because that's just me. I always, every time I make stuff, I just figure it out as I'm going. And I'm just going to start sticking things in here. So, Margaret, I was gone when you said how you were attaching. What do you usually use? Okay, I usually use, I'll show it again. I threw it away. It's an old, it's the E6000. That's what I normally use. That way it's not the hot glue. Because the hot glue that I used the generic kind and it just never stayed. So I'm trying these Gorilla Glue sticks and I'm going to see if they actually work better. So we'll see. I'm kind of excited to find out for sure because I'm sure it'll stick initially because all hot glue sticks good initially, but how is it going to, is it going to stay? That's my question, that's my worry, and I want to make sure if I do stuff for customers that I have a quality product. So again, this is going to be an experiment. Until I find out next year though, for the customers, I'm going to continue using the E6000 because I know that has worked in the past and it does do a good job. The only problem with the E6000 is it takes a while to dry, which can be a good thing if you decide you want to switch things out. You have a good 10-15 minutes to say, okay, this isn't working, I'm going to pull it out. Whereas the hot glue, within probably a minute, you're kind of stuck with it. Or you can pull it out and pull other stuff out with it. So, okay, I hope you didn't see the top of my head. I need to get my hair redone, but I'm holding off on it. We were just talking about that in our little group yesterday. I need to get my hair done, and because I got the dark roots showing plus a little bit of gray. Do you do grave blankets? I have never done a grave blanket. Tell you what, hold on one quick second. No, it's upstairs. Darn, I thought I had it down here. I made something for my mom. I just took, it was just a small, like, I think it was 18-inch garland. And it had like a really sturdy base to it. That I just stuck a whole bunch of flowers and, stuff like that for Christmas in it. And I used that for my mom's grave. And it actually was really nice. But I've never done like an actual grave blanket or anything like that for anybody else. And it's something I'm thinking of getting into. My husband swears that I should do like those live wreaths. Like use real pine. And I'd like to attempt it. See how easy or how hard it is to do. But that would definitely have to be something, I would think it would have to be something local. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it could be shipped. Because that pine lasts a while, doesn't it? Oh, well, thank you, Anne. You're a sweetheart. So, let's see. Where are we with this? Because I gotta step back and take a look at how this is looking. Let's get that up. Yeah, and you just got on here. This thing is 3 feet long. So yeah, this thing is huge. And it's gonna go on my front door. So, we got this so far. I like that blue going through there. I think that looks really, really good. It kind of pops with the oranges and the yellows. It's going to be good. Okay. At first I was nervous when I first put that ribbon on. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So, and you have a great weekend too. It's good seeing you. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen anybody because, well, we're just not allowed to see each other anymore, are we? But last week was my birthday. Sorry guys, my husband tried calling me. But I stayed home on my birthday. We were laughing. I had leftovers. That was my birthday dinner on my birthday. I did make him take me out for Mexican the next day. And my sister, she's like, aren't you nervous about going out? And you know what? I'm really, I was very, very good about staying home and everything like that. But the way they've been doing things at the restaurants, they're keeping everybody, all the tables are like, so far apart and stuff like that. And our area, we really aren't getting any new cases. So I've actually gotten a little bit more relaxed. And I probably should, I was talking about it with a friend of mine yesterday. I probably shouldn't be as relaxed as I am. So I did go out to dinner, but I think I'm going to start staying home again a little bit more, just so I'm not too, I don't want to get too relaxed and think that I'm safe and I'm not. Or I don't want to be around people. I have a lot of loved ones with compromised immune systems, and that would be one of those things. If I gave them that COVID, I would never forgive myself. And that's kind of, that's my biggest stance on that. There you go. Done. So, but anyhow, well, thank you, Margaret. I think this is fun. fun. This is gonna be quite large. I don't know, my door can handle it, but it's probably gonna overtake my door a bit. But I think it'll be fine. I'm loving this. For fall, it's gorgeous. And like I said, this is just for me. So again, if things don't turn out for whatever reason, it's just for me. I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to do a couple more up here at the top, and then I'm going to jump in with the flowers. It's kind of hard for me to see what's on that side. Make sure I'm, excuse me while I stand up to check things out. Kind of get that in the middle of there. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's turning out. Okay, I think I'm gonna do these mums next, because I really want to use the mums because I have a lot of mums on my front porch. You know, kind of going down my stairs. Actually, I gotta tell you this, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, well, okay, I woke up at 2, then again at 3, then again at 4. I'm calling it menopause. I don't want to call it menopause, but it is that I'm getting that age. So anyhow, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and all that I'm thinking about is how I'm going to finish decorating my front porch. Because I do already have mums out there and some pumpkins. But I have a bunch of plastic pumpkins that I used when I was decorating my sister's windows. So I have tons of them. And I thought, well, I can't just set them on the porch because the wind will blow them away. So what I'm going to do, I could probably do a live with that too. But I'm going to drill, well, I think my husband's going to drill the hole for me. He said he'll drill a hole in the bottom of the pumpkin, and I'm going to fill it with pea gravel and just put a little bit of duct tape, secure it with duct tape. That way it'll give it some weight and it's not going to fly away, and it should work, hopefully. I'm going to try it. But I figured, you know, I'll do some more pumpkins instead of buying pumpkins. I ended up, I think I bought five large pumpkins, and only 2 of them are on my porch, and then the other 3 are over. I have like a flagpole where I have some pots and flowers around there, and I stuck them around that. And so I figured, you know, all these, you know, plastic ones that aren't quite as big, I'm going to use. That's what I was thinking in the 4 o'clock in the morning, how I was going to do all of that. My husband's like, if you would have told me yesterday, because he's working now, he's like, if you would have told me yesterday, I would have already done, you know, drilled those holes for you. I wasn't thinking about it yesterday. So that's going to be the plan today. Whenever he gets home, have him drill those holes for me. Or if I feel up to it, I'll do it myself. We'll see about that. Let me just say, electric, like electric sanders and drills and stuff, they make me nervous. So I don't know if I will attempt it on my own. I might. but if I do, you guys are gonna have to cheer me on, because that would be like a hear me roar moment, you know what I mean? So, stick these around here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get a couple bigger flowers for sure. Stick in those spots. So. If you see me squinting, I'm trying to look at the screen to see if anybody's commenting, because you know that it's kind of hard to see. The phone's a little bit further away, and I know I could have my husband still trying to call me. I could have another phone where I could read the comments, but I kind of figured this is a little too big for me to have something else sitting here. It's not going to work. So that's why I did this. So I'm not able to see the comments very well. So hopefully my husband doesn't need anything serious. So, I only need a couple more of these, I think. And I'm going to go to the bigger sunflowers. Can anybody tell me what time it is? Hi, Karen. Yeah, Karen, can you give me the time? Well, hello there, Ann. I haven't seen you for a while, too. Now, I think I did talk to you last week. I did see you last week at some point. But, yeah, I don't want to go too long here. But I at least want to give you guys an idea of what's going on. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just had a cobweb was falling. And believe it or not, I have vacuumed the ceiling in this garage. Yeah, that's where I am. I'm in a garage. I'm in my basement. So, of course, the basement is going to have more flowers or more spiders. So, yeah, I've vacuumed this probably like every 3 months. Ugh. Okay, 11:45. Okay, so I've been on for 45 minutes. So I don't want to go too much longer. But I do kind of want to show you just the little things here and there that I am putting in here. And you know, it's me. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to add stuff to it because I always do. But I'm going to stick this kind of further down in because it's still kind of bare down in here. So I at least want it to be, if it's not going to have the greenery down in there, I at least want a flower down in there. So, if you can see that, I got, can't even tell really, but I got that sunflower down underneath this. But it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. I have a girlfriend that always says, it'll work out. It'll be all right. Put peppermint around. Ooh, You know what's hysterical? I just pulled all kinds of mint out of my one garden area. I put it inside pots thinking, okay, I know it spreads, so I'm going to put it in a pot so it won't spread. Well, guess what? It went down through the bottom of the pot and it spread all over. In which I thought, you know what, deer don't like it or anything like that. So it'll keep the deer away from my flowers. Well, the deer did stay away from the flowers, but at the same point, I mean, I'm telling you, it was everywhere. It was all through my mulch, all through it. So I did keep a couple pieces in the pots, which I know it's going to go down through again. But I thought, you know what, I can, you know, I'll just do it again next year where I just pull it all out again. I mean, so it took me 15, 20 minutes to pull it all out. It came out. So, but I wish I would have realized that I could have put all that mint down in here. I wonder if there's a way to do, like maybe put mint on like cotton balls, like peppermint oil or something like that on cotton balls and kind of leave it around. That might work. Now you got me thinking. I think I am going to use those red sunflowers. I wasn't sure about using them, but I think I'm going to. Just because I don't have enough big flowers. I like I mean, this is a big wreath. You kind of need something big and bold to go in it, right? So. These are so beautiful, aren't they? They're just gorgeous, gorgeous color. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this is all going to fill in okay. It looks like it's going to. And how I say, like, this is an experiment for me to actually use hot glue instead of that E6000. If this actually works, I am going to invest in one of those glue pots, because that would make things so much easier, right? I know people that have them and they swear by them. So, if this hot glue works, yes, I am investing. You got the oil, okay. And you know what? That went up too quick. I didn't see what happened with the oil. Okay, guys. What do you think of this so far? Holy mackerel, this is huge. Okay. This is looking good so far. I'm really liking it. Okay. Now what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to stick a little bit more greenery through here, like smaller greenery, just to give it some whimsy, because you know I like my whimsy. Let's see. I just saw my friend Lois on here. Well, hello there, Lois. You're a sweetheart. I love when I see, especially my people, you know, local friends on here. It's so much fun because, you know, it's just, it's fun to see ya. Okay. And let me get another glue stick. So that's the problem with the glue sticks. You got to keep refilling. Whereas the glue pot would definitely be worth it. So, does anybody have a glue pot that, do you say, yes, this is worth it? Or, no, stick with what you got? Because from what I understand, it would be a lot easier to do a glue pot. Darn. You like the big long sticks. They last longer. That's true, yes. Of course, I didn't get the big long ones. But, here we go. I agree. Which, I mean, I've only gone through 2 so far with this big wreath, so that's not too bad. And I don't know if you notice, I have like a cardboard box that I opened up and just have underneath this, so that when, not if, but when things drip, it's not all over my table. Because it just was dripping over there. And I'm not gonna say anything, but I haven't gotten any on my fingers yet. And I shouldn't have said anything, because I don't have any wood to knock on. I'm gonna have to finish this up here in a little bit and show you guys how it turned out with, you know, on my front door with everything. Although I'm not gonna have the plastic pumpkins out until tonight whenever my husband gets home. Which I probably should call him, since he's tried calling me twice while I've been on here. And I knew I should have called him and said, hey, I'm going live, don't call me. But I didn't. That's my fault. And I'm just this here, I couldn't tell you where I got this. It looks to me like, yeah, it's Joann Fabrics. One of those little, yeah, how they have the small picks. I usually don't go with those because it's not as economical, but I think this was so pretty, I had to go for it, right? And I think I only have one here, so I'm gonna try to make it stand out in this wreath as much as possible. There's only 3 of these, so we'll get these in here, kind of get them towards the middle. See how pretty that looks. And like I said, you know, just stuff like this, I think it's just so whimsical looking. And I love the whole whimsy. So, and then one last one kind of towards the middle, towards the bottom. Just kind of. Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna stop here for now. Okay. I definitely am going to add some of these berries in there somewhere. And I'm probably going to stick some more blue in to kind of go with that blue ribbon. I got these, I mean, they're kind of dark, so I don't know if they're really going to show up, but we'll see. I'm going to kind of stop here, but I will definitely take pictures. You'll see it. You'll see my front porch. Maybe even tonight I'll show you how my porch is looking before I put the extra pumpkins out. But you'll see kind of where I'm trying to go with it. And but I even thought, you know, this garland that I used in the very beginning, just kind of, you know, Dollar Tree garland. I'm going to go ahead and string that around the pumpkins and the pots and stuff going down my stairs. Maybe even put in the orange lights that I have. I think that'll be pretty. In my mind, it's pretty. These kind of are wimpy. I'll have to like triple up when I put them around everything, but we'll see. I think it'll work out. So, but anyhow, I'm going to get off of here, and you guys have a great rest of the day. I would definitely show you pictures of this when it's finished. Okay? I will talk to you guys later, and if you are watching the replay, let me know. #replay. Okay? So, hey Danny, I will talk to you guys later. Mwah! Have a great day. Bye.